How easily the Amazon can deceive. It begins as barely a rivulet, this the mightiest river in the world, mightier than the Nile and the Ganges, mightier than the Mississippi and all the rivers in China, over 18,000 feet high in the Andes. Amid snow and clouds, it emerges through a rocky stream, a trickle of crystal water. By the time it reaches the ocean, the estuary of the Amazon River at its mouth is over 200 miles wide. A trickle becomes one of the mightiest forces on the planet. In this non-fiction thriller, The Lost City of Z, a tale of deadly obsession in the Amazon, New Yorker writer David Grann set out to solve the greatest exploration mystery of the 20th century. He did this after stumbling upon a hidden trove of diaries of British explorer Sir Percy Fawcett. It followed the early life of Fawcett, who in 1925, together with his son's best friend, ventured into the Amazon to find an ancient civilization, hoping to make one of the most important discoveries in history. We learn in this book about a man that was an artillery officer, a cartographer, an archaeologist, most importantly, an explorer of South America. A confident and inspiring leader with sort of a stubborn determination that made him successful at almost everything that he took on. The first part of the book deals with Fawcett's earlier years, and I particularly enjoyed the part where it talks about the Royal Geographical Society in London. It was easy to relate to the impressions that the author had when he first went into the RGS, an incredible building in London. Because of Silversea's partnership with the Royal Geographical Society, I've had the fortunate opportunity to visit the RGS and even go behind the scenes a few times. It's always been an exhilarating experience that left me inspired and yearning to learn more about explorers and the world. I enjoyed reading how Fawcett joined some other members of the society in the early 1900s in a course on how to become an explorer, which took just over 1 year to complete. Certainly a course that I think myself and some other expedition-leading colleagues would have loved to take. For decades, scientists and adventurers have searched the evidence of Fawcett's party and the lost city of Z. Countless have perished, been captured by tribes, or simply have gone mad. Fawcett believed in small parties rather than large, heavily armed parties for the exploration of the Amazon, in his opinion, just didn't work. Therefore, it was just him, his 21-year-old son, and his son's best friend. What I truly admire of Fawcett is that, unlike other European and American explorers of the time, he was not in love with guns. He was there to explore and discover, something that I personally believe in. He had a rule that I think said a lot about his character, but also about his depth of wisdom. Die if you must, but never kill. This is a terrific adventure story, full of suspense and intrigue, and lots of historical detail to keep those of us who love to explore, to travel deeper on land, interested. Adding history and geography together, this book will be entertaining as well as educating. Personally, I've not been to the Amazon. It's one of those destinations that has eluded me over the years. In fact, it's one of the top destinations on my list to explore and plan a future expedition to. So why do Amazonian explorers insist on trying to conquer such an inhospitable place, risking their lives, entering the unknown? I think it is because it is there, waiting to be explored and reveal all that are new and exciting, taking us out of our comfort zone and letting us explore the mysteries of a world that is unknown to us. Incredible if you consider that everything from the most microscopic insect to infections, pumas, everything is trying to kill you. Not only to mention the tribesmen that might think that you're interesting enough to let live, or even more interesting, to roast on a spit. Interesting that today it is believed that there are still around about 60 uncontacted tribes living their lives completely oblivious to the modern world in the Amazon. It is, like so often when you travel, the journey that counts. And in this book, part of that journey is the window Grann offers on a part of the history of exploration, the sort of people who were drawn to it, the reasons, their personalities, and the effect of their quests, or obsessions if you like, on their careers, their families, and on the body of human knowledge. Was it possible that 3 lives had been lost for an object that never existed? Fawcett himself scribbled in a letter to a friend, "Those whom the God intend to destroy, they first make mad." Be careful when you pick up this book. You won't want to put it down. If you so dare, strap on your machete and hack your way through the Amazon with Fawcett and see if the jungle will eat you or make you a legend. The Lost City of Z by David Grann, a truly exhilarating read.